For me, my childhood was full of love, full of basketball, full of adventure. My friends and I would, we'd take our bikes and we'd ride for as far as we could and make our way back home and go adventure things, do this, do that, play basketball, whatever kids get into. And I think for sure the things that I did as a child and the way I was brought up, my parents, my family, all those values and things have for sure made me who I am. I started playing basketball when I was 4 years old. The first memories I have were me and my father just at home shooting the ball. He played basketball. He just passed it down to me. My mother also played ball, so it was kind of like a family thing. I started really young, so I wasn't really thinking about basketball as what it became for me, but I always had fun with it. And until about 8 or 9 years old was when I started to understand what was really going on and what I was really doing with my dad, and then I would actually pay attention. Unfortunately, I grew up in the South where racism has always been a underlying thing, and there's definitely been situations where I've had to abort mission, or my family and I have had to take a different direction, maybe a different road or things like that. But you learn, you live, and you try to help as much as you can and be a better person. And for me, I always push the narrative of everyone is equal. For me, the life is just different in Europe and than it is in America. I would say the easiest way to differentiate it is just cultural differences. Here in Spain, what I see is people are worried about other things rather than color. And there may be situations where they are. I'm not speaking, I don't know everything, but for me, racism seems to be a different type of subject. It's the same subject, but in a different way in Europe. It's a touchy subject because there's so many different opinions in the world, but I know how I feel, and I feel that everyone is the same. And I don't necessarily feel that it's so difficult as a population, as a world, to love each other. And for me, I have all different races in my own family, so I get experiences on a daily basis of different cultures, different colors, different voices, everything. So my experience as a child was full of questions and answers, and it helped me become who I am today. My personality is always evolving. For me, every year that I sign a contract or I have a new challenge or destination in front of me, I know that it's gonna turn me into a different person at the end of it. You're always gonna come out different than you started because of what you go through. So for me, it's always a breath of fresh air to start something new or to kind of re-energize my want to become a better person. So at the time of me rehabbing back from my injury, I took a pause. At the end of the season in Zenit, I finished the year with an injury and went into summer wondering what I was going to do and how I was going to attack the process. And the only thing that came to my mind was to be still, take your time, and heal yourself. You can't be a product if you're not a product. So take the time that you need personally, no matter if it's long, no matter if it's short, and do everything that you need to do to get back to playing the way you can play. And it was very unfortunate because the season started and I was still in the rehab process and I was watching everyone playing. I was having my own personal battles with it. But again, in those moments, you learn who you are and you learn whether or not you want to keep going. If this challenge if you're bigger than the obstacle, that's when the challenge of the personal challenge kicks in. And for me, I found it exciting rather than depressing. And I just kept pushing and kept pushing. And in the moment I felt like I was able to play, I had a different mindset. I was a different person. For me, music helps calm a mood. It helps enhance a mood. It helps me get through the day, basically. There's obviously good days and bad days. And that's why I'm glad there's different genres of music. There's some days where jazz speaks to me. There's days where hip hop, rap. Most days that always speaks to me. R&B speaks to me most days. It's just feeling, really. Yeah, I was 4, 5, 6 years old, man. My dad and we would go and have workouts, do basketball, and on the way to the gym and on the way home, he would always be rapping, and he would always be telling me to pay attention to the sounds in the songs. And the older I got, the more I could understand like which instrument it was, and then I could understand the cadence, and then I could understand delivery, and I can understand the amount of bars and things, like all the intricate things, details that go in. I started to become obsessed with it. My parents, basketball, and my own experience have all taught me to listen and learn before you speak. I've had a lot of experience in a lot of different places, and the one thing that has been constant in all of the places is that when you pay attention to what's going on rather than trying to be the loudest person in the room, you'll learn a lot more. Paying attention and learning has always helped me push forward through all of my things, because everyone's going through things, right? Everyone has problems in their life, right? So when you can see someone going through something, you can learn from it. For me, life has just always been like a teacher. Well, as a pro basketball player, I just want to keep playing at a high level as long as I can. I want to keep enjoying. I want to stay hungry. I want to work. I want to suffer. I want to go through the things that come with it, so that I have experiences and stories at the end of it. And afterwards, I just want to keep giving to people, keep helping as much in whatever form that is. And I have a few different things that interest me, but the main thing about all of them is helping and giving back. I definitely see myself working in basketball, but I also see myself working a lot of other places, so I'll figure it out eventually. I would say don't grow up too fast. Enjoy your life. Be a kid for as long as you can.